Today we have decided to worship the Yogeshwara. I think that is the greatest name of Shri Krishna for us. That means he is the Ishvara of yoga. Yoga means the union, as you know, with the divine. But also yoga has another meaning, which means yukti. In English language, to translate it properly not possible. We can call it as yukti means the trick. The trick. But trick is always connected with something funny and bad. But this yukti means the technique. The technique is mechanical. So I couldn't find any proper word for yukti. But one can say it is the to know the technique and the trick of the technique is also another meaning of yoga, yukti. So even if you are connected, if you do not know the trick of the union, then it is useless. It is of no avail. So, what one has to learn after getting realization, not only the technique, but the trick of the technique. At Krishna's level, when we reach, it is an incarnation after Sri Rama's. So Sri Rama came as a Maryada Purushottama, means a person who is an complete ideal of Maryadas and a benevolent king. But in the case of Sri Krishna, it was a different phase because people had become extremely serious, very disciplined, and they are leading a life which was, we can say, over-dharmic. And this had put the people at a level fixed, and they thought that if you are doing all these things every day, then it's all right, we have reached at last. So Sri Krishna had to come. Himself, Sri Vishnu, came as Sri Krishna to tell us about the ascent, and that all this just a play. But only a person who is a master of the play can do the play. So to know the play, supposing you have communication, electrical communications you have. Now you don't know how to play with it. Play. Not how to know or how to connect, but to play. Supposing only you know all the technique, then it becomes quite a headache. Because all the time you think you are doing it, you have to do this, and this has to be done, that has to be done, and this connection is not all right, that should be properly connected. You get tired and bored. But if it's a play for you, just a play, for any master it's a play. If it's just a play for you, then you don't feel tired, it's fun, it's fun. And that is what is Leela. That's why it's called as Leeladhar. Because he's a master. He came as a master. Master not as a guru, but master of all the arts of this yoga. Yukti. So he's so deft. He's so capable that for him it's a play. All this is a play for him. And this is what one has to know, that in yoga, everything that you do should be just a play. Say getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning should be play. In the morning you get up, say it's not yet, the sun has not come to suggest what you have to do, and the moon has departed. And in that twilight or a little darkness you get up. It's very beautiful. And that time you sit down for your dhyan. It's not a serious thing. It's not something that is boring. It's a play. But for that you have to be a master. If you are the master of yoga, then it's a play. So the first Sri Rama's state has to be there, where you become really Vishwa Nirmala Dharmi, so that it becomes your play. Now communication with the Divine has to go to the whole world. Whole world has to get this communication that you have received. For this part, Shri Krishna arranged something in his lifetime in a very simple way as a child. Very childish, it looks very childlike. Like when the gopis were taking their bath, he hid their clothes. Indian women are never fully nude, never. Hid their saris and all that. And you could see their back. This little boy. What is for a little boy? He's sitting on a tree and he's trying to raise their kundalini. They are coming out of the river Jamuna, which is being vibrated by Radha. Already there are vibrations raising their kundalini. Then they are taking the water, and he breaks their pitchers from the back, which has also got vibrated water. So the vibrated water falls on the back of these ladies, and he tries to awaken their kundalini. See the play of a child. How he tried to play in his childhood, just like a child. And then he shows later on his childlike expertise in dealing with politics, with dealing with people, with communication and everything. And his power was Radha. Radha. Ra means energy, Dha means the one which sustains. Radha. So the Dharayati sa dharma, as they say, in the same way, Radha, the one who sustains the energy. So the first quality that he got from her is she is Ahladadayi. That's the word. I couldn't find any word in English for Ahlad. Ahlad is when you suddenly see something nice, joy starts. Just very happy. But there are very few words in English, as you know, for translation, for joy or the most happiness. But Ahlad is a kind of a joy which, as you see, you get the fresh air. Then how you feel. That is Ahlad. So she is Ahladadayini. She is the one who is the giver of Ahlada. And so, with her powers, he could work out this Ahlad to all the people with whom he was connected. So all the Gop and Gopis who were with him had to do Ras. Ra is energy, Sa means with. to dance with the energy, that is Radhaji. He used to just play the flute and she used to dance. The energy used to pass through her hands to all the other people and the Kundalini would be awakened. So this was another play that year. So in the play only he raised the Kundalini. But in modern times it's very difficult. It's not easy to raise Kundalinis in modern times that way. I mean, nobody will understand also. So in modern times, when Sahaja Yoga is not just raising the Kundalini, but giving the complete knowledge about Sahaja Yoga and also empowering the person with the power to give others realization, it was a tremendous task. And that's why we had to find out these methods by which we could give realization to people. In those days, Kundalini were awakened, but it was not that Sahasrara was broken. So Kundalini must be somewhere hanging in the Agya, maybe at heart, maybe somewhere. And such people became the seekers. And that's how we find today people are here as Sahajogis whose Sahasraras are open and they know all the yukti of Sahaja. But there are subtler and subtler yuktis of Sahaja, which you have to master. The first is that his character was madhuri, meaning the sweetness. Sweetness. He always says, sweet like honey. So when he talked to anyone or he communicated with anyone, it was through sweetness. And this communication, if you have not developed, then you are nowhere near yoga. To talk to someone sweetly, automatically, everything is madhurya for him. His talking, his actions, his face, everything is madhurya. So when we talk of communications, first of all, the greatest thing is the communication between human beings. And when we have to think of the communication with the human beings, many people think that by aggression you will communicate better, which is not true. I mean, if somebody wants to get something out of someone, say, so you go there and just talk. I have to have, how can I do it? This, that. As it is, it's no. But if you are sweet and start talking sweetly, then 99% will definitely dissolve. So to dissolve people with sweetness, how to do it, that trick one has to learn. How with sweetness you can dissolve people. This is one of his special qualities, that you talk to someone in such a manner, genuinely, in a very sweet manner, and the problem between you and that person will be dissolved. Absolutely. Now there are many tricks. How to talk to someone is one of the biggest things one has to learn. First of all, you must always show that you are less intelligent than another person. Like I'm talking to scientists, I will say, I'm sorry, I don't know any science, no good for scientists. So they feel, oh, very good. If you have to talk to some musician, you must say, I don't know any music. No, I've learned little bit, but not much. Musician feels very happy. You may call it a pampering of the ego. You may call it. But there's no harm in saying that I am nothing compared to you. So the first trick is complete humility when you talk to another person. It's a sign of greatness. It's a sign of fulfillment. As the trees, when they are laden with fruits, they bend down. So the first of all, if you say, I am no one, I don't understand anything, but I would like to hear. This is first. First quality of communication is to be extremely humble about yourself. The another person should not know who you are. And there's a lot of fun in it. Say for example now, I can say about myself that my husband was very highly placed in India. I met a friend in Delhi. She was studying with me in school and in college. And she asked me, where do you live? So I told her in Meena Bagh, which was just a useless, small little place meant for very ordinary officers because they had not allotted us any house or anything. So temporarily we were there. She said, what is your husband doing? I said, doing so, he's some government servant. I didn't tell her. He came down. So he just looked at me and smiled. He said, do you know him? I said, he's my husband. She was shocked. He's your husband? Oh my God, why didn't you tell me? Immediately the whole thing changed. And she felt so ashamed of herself. She had started looking down upon me that I am married to some clerk or something. So the best thing is to play down. Play down everything. Now I know of certain Sahaja Yogis, they say, oh, mother has given me such powers, I can do this, I can do that. This boastfulness is of no use. I haven't got any powers, you see. I am a Sahaja Yogi, that's all. But if you want, I can try. So, is to play down as much as you can. Practice this at home. First practice and then do it. So that is one of the greatest qualities of communication with others. Second thing, I think in the whole of Gita, if you read it, there's one very important thing, is krodhat pijayati samoha. See, among all the worst things that we have, according to him, we have 6 enemies. But in Gita, he started with krodha. He said, starts with krodha, with anger. If you have anger within you, then you are not a master at all. There's no need for a master to get angry because he can play about. He can make you dance like this. What is the need to lose your temper? But that mastery, if you don't have, of handling people, Then after 5-6 minutes of talk, your voice starts raising and a sort of something starts barking. Because that temper is still inside you burning. But for a master, there should be no temper. No need. He has started with krodha, that with the krodha all problems stop. From one to another to another to another. So we should watch out if we are angry people. Anger comes from Vishuddhi. Starts from liver, Vishnu, but expressed through Vishuddhi. Face becomes red, eyes become red. From the mouth, you start saying all kinds of horrible things, and the whole expression becomes so different when you are angry. So this anger is to be seen. Where is it? Within us, where is it, this anger? Liver? All right, I'll put it right. So to master it, you have to face yourself clearly. Many people have seen, people say, Mother, this lady is such a hot-tempered woman, she's so dominating. She does this, she does that. But if you tell her, so, no, I don't do that way. No, I'm very good. But how others are saying that? I don't know, but I'm very good. Finished. If somebody is saying that, then you watch yourself. Do you get into tempers or not? Are you losing your temper? It's very easy to make it up and face. So the trick of the trade is to face yourself and see for yourself how much you're lacking. So first is humility, which should be genuine. And secondly is equanimity. No temper. There is no need to take to temper. At the most you can say, hey, what are you doing? Why are you doing that way? Now if you do something, maybe something I might say which I do not like, so I don't want to say like that. At the most, up to that point is all right, that you should say that I dislike it. But not to go further with it. If you just stop at a point, then this habit of getting into temper will go away. This arrogance will go away, which has to go. This arrogance has to go, this temper has to go, and then you will be surprised, you will feel very much relief. Because this anger, once it comes in, reacts and catches your left Vishuddhi, and you become guilty. You feel very bad. Why I said so? I should not have said. So Vishuddhi is finished. Left Vishuddhi means it's a headache. It goes on accumulating like a storehouse there, all your anger, temper, whatever you have. And this left Vishuddhi catches. And you know the problems of left Vishuddhi. So if you get angry with someone, don't feel guilty. But go before the mirror and slap yourself nicely twice. Now you get angry with yourself. Let me get angry. Then stand before the mirror. Shoot. Like that. In the same manner as you get angry, try to act. So you never feel guilty. Or maybe more angry would be better. So you empty out your left Vishuddhi. Next time you won't do it. But feeling guilty means you'll again repeat the same thing. So this temper is expressed by men differently and women by differently. And I'm very much worried about the women sometimes because they take to water power. Then I'm lost. But those who have ego too much cry much more. That's the sign. I've seen. If you say anything to them, immediately they start crying. Because already the left Vishuddhi is there full, like a full balloon, and you touch them, it becomes water. But men, their temper is different style, as you know very well. That when they get angry, they might fight with each other, box everyone, and then settle down nicely and have something to drink. Let us have it out, you see, they'll say. Take out. But women don't. They keep it there. And once they keep it, then it becomes tears. It starts coming down. So these are just tears out of joy, happiness, that's different. Or out of feelings for others. But it's not that. But it's tears just to impress another person that you are very sad or something. So the second trick is how to master your own temper. And the third one is how to master the temper of others. That's even better. I don't know if I've told you the trick of Gagangad Maharaj when I went to him. He is a very hot-tempered Avdhuta sitting on a thing, and he's lost his legs because he was feeling hot. He was sitting in the water all the time, so his feet are useless, and he goes on a tiger. They say, I never saw the tiger, of course, but he knows about me and all that. And he told everyone about me, so I went to see him. And he's supposed to control the rain. So it was quite a steep climb for about 1.5 hours. And as soon as I stepped in, it started raining heavily throughout. And he couldn't stop it. So he felt very challenged. When I went up, he was sitting on his own stone outside the cave, with anger. He didn't know what to do. I looked at him, then I walked into his cave and sat down nicely. Then he came. They brought him. He said, touched my feet, everything he did, and then he said, you tell me now, why did you not allow me to stop the water? You got completely drenched. I'm very angry with this rain, I know. But why did you do that? Is it to control my ego? I said, no, not at all. I never knew you had ego or anything. Then why? So, because I'm a master, as you know. I said, you see, you are a sannyasi, and you bought a sari for me, that too of an orange color. And I would not take the orange color sari from you. Any sari I wouldn't take because you're a sannyasi. But I had to get drenched to get the sari, isn't it? Immediately. But I had to be the master. First of all, how to melt him, and secondly, the master of his mind. This is the subtler part. You can be master of a person. Like that, you can know what he has done for you, what he has prepared for you, what is coming for you. I wouldn't say that you know all the future, but if you try just to know about a person, you can know everything about that person. Very simple. So first try to understand a person. My father had lots of tricks with him, I know. And very humorous person. And one day my brother told me, Baba Mama, that he has a friend who sings very well. So I asked my father, how does he sing? Oh, he's very courageous, he said. I said, why? He sings whether he knows or not. That's the trouble. What an exact description he gave me of this gentleman. He's very courageous, he said. He doesn't know, but he sings quite all right. So he's very courageous. I mean, he didn't say anything against him. He said he's courageous. But he gave me the complete picture of the gentleman that you have to be careful. You see, he might start singing in a funny way, you shouldn't laugh, and all that came in that courageous word. In the same way, If you study someone, you see, then you will just describe that person in an interesting way. And you will not feel that this person has these bad habits or that bad habits, or this is wrong with him, that is wrong. But you will describe, it's part of that person. Is a way of knowing a person in totality with all his defects, with all his qualities, with everything, and accepting that person as is. If that mastery you can have, now how will you have? If your attention is not on his qualities, you will only know his bad things. And if you know his qualities, then bad things will be there a little bit, but they'll just be adding little masala to his character. You'll feel, that's it. He is but little bit like that. Little additional swaras added to his character. And you wouldn't mind it so much, such a person. You really enjoy. Like my son-in-law is very fond of dogs. And his wife says, no dog in the house, it's a flat. So there's a fight between them for the dog. So Prabhat said, you never meet me. I said, this is not proper. But next time I have decided to be a dog. Immediately he took the point. See, so the way you talk to a person, you can suggest to him what is so special about that person or the defects of that person. But you need not say directly something to him. If you say indirectly, in such a humorous manner, that the person will understand. So, in communication with others, you have to be a very humorous person. But mostly I've seen people have humor. If somebody cannot walk straight, if a physical problem is, they'll laugh. If he has not properly made his hair, then they will laugh. On some sort of very superficial thing, they laugh. This is not humorous. This is some sort of a criticism in laughter. Or some people have a humor like this, that they say sarcastic things. That's no good. You see one word somebody sarcastic, you think you are very brilliant. But you are lost forever for that person. That person will remember, he said such and such things to me. So sarcasm is against you completely, against surgery. If you have to say something, say it in such a manner that it doesn't hurt the person. And the person enjoys that subtle humor and understands also that this is the problem with me. Now, humorous way is, say, if I have to tell something to you, I need not tell you directly, you are like this, you are like that. But I'll say there was one, crow which came to my house. And like that, I can transfer all your qualities to that crow and describe to you and say that this crow did like this and did that. Immediately you start thinking, is it about me, mother was saying, or about the crow? So transfer it to somebody else. Transfer it to somebody else. That's the best way. For example, if you want to say that all the names of the people who are coming to the puja should be there at right time. So now this time Americans, all right. Americans have sent the word. They have not. Have sent the word that all the names should be there. No harm telling such lies. No harm. So that people will not put it on you, they will not be angry with you. At the most, they will be angry with the Americans. Doesn't matter. For the time being. So, like, transfer it. And this transference is hastantar, as they call it. To transfer from one hand to another hand. Shri Krishna was an expert. There is a story about him, and he's called as Ranchordas, means he ran away from the battlefield. He doesn't mind. So what? Yes, I ran away. So what? The reason was like this. There was a very bad Rakshasa who had all kinds of boons from Brahmadeva. And Sri Krishna didn't know how to overcome that. Nobody knew. And he was killing so many people. So he thought of a trick, transfer it to somebody else. He knew of another great yogi, you see, special type, who has meditated and taken a boon from the same Brahmadeva that if I am sleeping and anybody disturbs my sleep, and if I open my eyes and look at that person should become ashes, bhasma. So Shri Krishna thought of him, better transfer the job from me to him. So he started running away from the field. So this Rakshasa also followed him. Then Shri Krishna stealthily went into the cave of this Avduta and put his own shawl on top of him, covered him, and hid himself in the cave. Now this Rakshasa came here. He thought this was Shri Krishna who was sleeping. Ah, now you are tired, you are sleeping. Now I am going to see how you can save yourself. And he started waking up. This Avduta got up and looked at him and he became Bhasma. So transfer your jobs to a more capable person who can do this better than taking upon yourself straightforward, going, all right, come along, I'll fight with you. You're not will. It's a guerrilla warfare, as you can call it. Transfer it. And you can transfer it to somebody. You can make friends with that person, pamper his ego, do what you like. But the main point is that you should get rid of the ills, the bad, the Rakshasas. So you can transfer it to anyone. And so many tricks he played. In Mahabharata, Bhishma had a blessing that unless and until he wants to die, nobody can kill him. So, Shri Krishna decided that he should use some tricks. So he told Arjuna that you put him, he told Arjuna, not himself. He was just doing the chariot driver's job, Sarath. So Krishna told him that you just make him sleep on the arrows. Let his body be on the arrows. And he has to decide that he will die. But Dronacharya was a great guru also of Arjuna, who was siding with Pandavas, with Kauravas. Now how can you kill this Dronacharya? Big problem. Because, you see, he knew all the tricks of archery. How are you going to save? Because archery is such a thing that he was the master of archery, while Arjuna was his disciple. So how to stop? How to stop him answering back the arrows. arrows of Arjuna. How to do that he doesn't answer back, because he was a master. So, Krishna organized it very special. He got a shikhandi, he was a eunuch. What's an advantage of having a eunuch? Of course, it's a big story how they became shikhandi and all that, but he got him in front of Arjuna. Eunuchs in India regarded as a woman. So Dronacharya said, I cannot kill a woman. And that's how he killed Dronacharya. So these tricks, because to get rid of ill is the main thing. How to get rid of the ill? If you are not capable, you better tell somebody else to get, because that is very important to get rid of the evil. And if you can transfer this to somebody else who is more capable in your own humility, you will do much better than to directly attack that person. That's tomfoolery, no use. So this was the trick of Shri Krishna. Throughout, if you have seen Mahabharata, Shri Krishna told Arjuna that either you can have all of my army or you can have me. Same he told to the Kauravas. Kauravas said, we'll have your army. But he said, you will be my, Krishna, you will be on our side. But he said, no, I'll be just on the chariot. I'll not hold any weapon. So he is a master of tricks. He does not need any weapons with him. Without weapons also he can do everything. So Arjuna said, all right, you be my chariot driver, and he was there. Because Sri Krishna knew about each and everything, mostly used to smile. Now somebody is telling me something, sometimes you will find I also smile, but I try to control. I don't want them to see. But I know what they are doing, what they are up to, what is their trick. Because you are such a trick master, you know all the tricks. And you know what they are playing with you. So just smile about it. Just to smile in a very sweet way. Oh, that's it. Oh, of course. What you say is true. No doubt. But by this kind of thing, you will be surprised your communications will improve very much with others. Now some people I've seen in Sahajayoga very common, very common. Mother, he came and told, our leader told me that you are bhutish. What is bhutish? Another one says, but he told me you are a bhoot. Right? And somebody says, Mother, no, he told me that you have got a bhoot in you. Now what are these three categories? Tell us. Why to tell anybody you are bhutish or anything? There's no need. If you know how to correct it, just say left swadhisthana, correct it. Take it out. Ask him if you had any guru or anything. Alright. If the person is good nature and a good person, then it's even more important. You should say nothing. You see, just a badha from outside, we'll have to take it. But a person who has got a agya and all these things, and plus that he has got this left swadhisthana, then of course you should say, we cannot help. Because you know he is cunning. What's the use of playing with that? But in Sahajayoga we forget. Anybody who comes, alright, come along, come along, come along. Everybody is not capable of such. One has to know. Not the whole world. Sahajayoga can only be given to people who are deserving, who are seekers, and who are courageous. Veeras. Is not meant for ordinary people. So we have opened our door to everyone. And all such people walk in, and then we work very hard on them, do all kinds of things. and we find that they create problems. So first only deal with people who are simple, as Shri Krishna dealt with Gopas and Gopis. And then we can see in a collective way if we can face somebody who is complicated. But no use transforming Hitler or Rajneesh. Not possible. So one should not try to do impossible tasks in Sahaja Yoga, which Shri Krishna has shown in his own character by avoiding things which he didn't want to do. No. And he did it because he was such a master. Of course, for him it was not necessary to face himself, to master himself, because he knew himself. He's the Ishvara of yoga. He knew everything. When you know everything, there is no need for you to master. What are you going to master? On the contrary, you see, sometimes you get frightened of yourself that you know so much. So best is that when we are dealing as human beings in Sahaja Yoga, we have to know ourselves very well. Now, oh, that's my specialty. In that, you have to see how I face myself all the time. Why do I say such a thing? What's lurking in my mind? When negativity is something to be seen very clearly within yourself. And I must have told you so many examples that the Western negativity is like this, that their minds are all the time labor-saving devices. They don't like to work anyway. For example, you tell them, you go and telephone to someone. Immediately, they will tell you 10 explanations. He may not be there, his wife will shout, he might have gone to work, it's 10 o'clock, this, that. But if you telephone, he's there. But they won't telephone. 100 excuses. Now new excuses have started. The computer was not working, fax was not working. Except for your brain, everything works. But the other way around it is. Your brain is not working and everything is not working. The lights were not working. I mean, whatever it is. But you must learn. Why can't I find the solution? I must do something. Like I've told you, the tip of a root, how it manages to go round and seek the source of water. In the same way, are we doing something about it? All right, if this is not available, do that. If that is not available, do this. Out of nothing you can do so many things. But if you want to find out all the time, that cannot be done, that cannot be done. Not with Shri Krishna. After all, he was incarnation of Virata, the master of masters, we should say. Like when Draupadi was in trouble, Draupadi was actually Vishnu Maya, his sister. She thought of Shri Krishna. She was holding on to her sari when it was pulled out by Duryodhana. And she was holding it like this screen. She wanted to say Krishna, but she said, if I say Krishna, it will fall down. So she was holding on. As soon as she dropped Krishna, sari dropped out. Then describe about Shri Krishna. Dwarika me shora bhayo. Dwarika me shora bhayo bhari. Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, Garuda lai sidhare. That sound went into Dwarika. Now where is Dwarika and where is Hastinapur? At least distance of at least 2000 miles. But the sound went through Chaitanya and made a big sound there. And Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma are the weapons, as you know. All of them he took and came on his Garuda to save the chastity of his sister. Immediately, spontaneously, that moment, he could have said, all right, let it be, let one sari come out too, then I'll go later. I'm sure he must have stolen my saris which you give for my pujas, which are too many. That's what I feel. That from where did he get all these saris to give it to her? Must be from my own storage, I'm sure, and that's why you're giving me so many saris, so that he can save the chastity of many women. All this is so related, so connected, so one, so united. There's such a big drama going on, but you can't see it. But if you believe in yourself, and if you really believe that you are a surgery, that what is your qualities, what you are, what your value is, then I am sure you can become masters. But first of all, we have no value of our realization. We do not know what we are capable of, what we can do. You still think, oh, I was such an ordinary person, Mother has given me realization, I've never been to university. Nobody has been to university. Christ never went to university. When if you see, Rama never went to university. Krishna never went to university. Christ never went into university. Ordinary man, a son of a carpenter. But you are realized souls, you don't realize your worth and value. Once you realize it, you just smile at everything because you don't know you are sitting on top of the world. Once you know that, only then your mastery will work. Otherwise, imagine a master sitting under the foot of a disciple. What will it look like? But it's not that you dominate, but you are in charge. Absolutely in charge. You know everything, you know how to handle, you know how to manage. This is the mastery you have to get. This is possible, absolutely possible for all of you to do it. But first and foremost thing, you have to know that we have to master ourselves. But then immediately people say, Mother, it's the most difficult to master yourself. I can't understand this. Why not you try to master everyone? Why can't you master yourself? Yourself is with you. You are with yourself. Is your own. Is your own property. You can correct the property of others. Why can't you correct your own property? It should be the easiest thing to do. But you are not sure that this is your own. You do not know that you are capable. But you are. And now you have self-knowledge. So why should you not do it? Why should you not try to watch yourself and see for yourself? And then you will know that you know all the tricks. The yukti. I don't have to tell you do this, do that, nothing. You yourself will know, come along. We know so many things, little things, about ordinary material things. See, something is falling, all right, put some support to it. This is happening, put it that way. But in spiritual life, it's the easiest thing because you are in the ocean of knowledge. But if you do not know that you are in the ocean of knowledge, you will not know the tricks of dealing with others. Because the main purpose of our communication is to emancipate the whole world, to emancipate them, to bring them out of their ignorance. So for that we have to develop this mastery. And not to get lost into nonsensical things, but this mastery has to be developed. For that, meditation early in the morning is required to begin with. and then facing yourself all the time. Why did I say such a thing? Must be this. This is the word I picked up from that person. So when you start facing yourself, you'll be surprised that you are trying to avoid the reality and just using your mind. See there, as I say that this mind cheats you and tells you, all right, get it. And the last, but not the least, is that Shri Krishna is the one who is an expert of drama. He creates drama, he acts in the drama, and he is the spectator also. In these three forms you should see yourself. You create a drama of yourself. This one now, see now, how I am acting here. Then you become the spectator also. Become the spectator of your own dramas. Then you will realize what you are doing, how you are working out everything. Then the deception that we have all the time against ourselves will just run away. Because if an artist knows he is the spectator, if the one who is acting knows he is the spectator, he can never deceive himself. Because he knows this is acting. So this self-deception is the one should try to avoid. Let me face it. But also, there is another way out, people find out. There are ways and ways. Like you tell somebody, why didn't you write a letter? I know. But don't you think you should have written a letter to that person who has done so much for you? I know. But don't you think it's very bad and cruel on your part not to have written the letter? I know. I know means what? I know I'm bad. I know I've been stupid. I know I should not have done it. But I know also that. So what next? Because they think if you have confessed, I know, finished. So this is a new escape, which was not at the time of Shri Krishna, it's a new modern one. Where people say, I know, all right, so what? Oh, all right, I'm a sinner, so what? This is the second side of it. First of all, I know that I'm a sinner, and second is higher state is that, so what? What's wrong? So this is how the derailment starts, and one goes from one to another. If I know something, then why shouldn't I correct myself? That's what it should be. I know I'm like that. I know it is. If you know, then you should also know the trick how to get rid of it. Because you are detached from that personality about which you know. You can correct yourself. This is what is yoga, is very, all your attention is one with the divine. And you are so detached that you can see it. The attachment to all the things are finished. And now the force that is coming to you is acting through you and acting on these attachments also. The situation changes absolutely in Sahaja Yoga in a very different way. And if there is one bad Sahaja Yogi who comes in, either he is thrown out or he has to be all right. It's the other way now. Anyone who is a bad Sahaja Yogi, if he comes in Sahaja Yoga, then he has to be corrected, otherwise thrown out. It's I think a more evolved state now than it was at the time of Shri Krishna, because he talked only to one Arjuna, now I am talking to thousands, this knowledge. That time, he just talked it at the time of war, I am talking at the time of peace. And he is much more evolved because Shri Krishna didn't Give him realization. You have got the realization, you've got the knowledge, you know everything, you have all the subtle ideas. So this is what it is today, as it is, the situation is that you have become part and parcel of Virat already. You are not seeing the Virata, but you are part and parcel of it. You are not watching it, you are inside it. So that any more of not watching yourself will be only thing that will be thrown out of Sahaja Yoga, or else you better watch yourself and correct yourself and be one with the body of the Virat. This is a sign of a Yogeshwara. That's how you have to be, in a mood which is very smiling, knowing everything, and not sarcastic, but very paternal smile, very loving, affectionate smile that you should have for all the other people. And immediately they'll recognize. I have seen small children are like that. They are extremely patronizing sometimes, they see their parents and this and that. So they come and tell you that don't worry, everything will be all right. After all, God is there to look after. And they can be extremely, extremely loving and kind, and the way they talk, they will neutralize the whole thing. So we have to learn a lot from our children, from all the little babies that we have, and that we ourselves should have that Ganesha principle within us, with innocence. We should work it out. Innocence is the most intelligent thing and most effective thing. So I would request you, all of you, to face yourself. And don't hate yourself, but correct yourself, respect yourself, and try to evolve your own glory. May God.
Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीकल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीकल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
केशवा माधवा तुझ्या नामात रे गोडवा तुझ्या नामात सारखा तूच देवा, तुला कुणाचा नाही हेवा. वेळोवेळी संकटातुनी तारेशी मानवा, केशवा माधवा, तुझ्या नामात रे गोडवा, तुझ्या नामात रे गोडवा.
केशवा माधवा, तुझ्या नामात रे गोडवा, तुझ्या नामात रे गोडवा.
तुझ्या सारखा तूच देवा, तुला कुणाचा नाही हेवा. तुझ्या सारखा तूच देवा, तुला कुणाचा नाही हेवा. वेळोवेळी संकटातुनी तारेशी मानवा, केशवा माधवा, तुझ्या नामात रे गोडवा, तुझ्या नामात रे गोडवा. केशवा माधवा, तुझ्या
नामात रे गोडवा, तुझ्या नामात रे गोडवा. दुनिया पांडवाचा केशवा
माधवा, तुझ्या नामात रे
गोडवा, तुझ्या नामात रे गोडवा.
केशवा माधवा,
तुझ्या नामात रे गोडवा, तुझ्या नामात रे गोडवा.
भक्तीसाठी गोप गजासह यमुने काठी नंदोधरच्या गाई हातीशी, नंदोधरच्या
गाई हातीशी
शोभिसी माधवा,
केशवा माधवा, तुझ्या नामात रे गोडवा, तुझ्या नामात रे गोडवा. केशवा माधवा, तुझ्या नामात रे गोडवा, तुझ्या नामात रे गोडवा.
श्याम नाम की तू जपने माला, श्याम नाम की तू जपने माला, असुवन के बोलों से बुन के तू माला, असुवन के बोलों से बुन के तू माला, तेरा तो राखण हार मेरा नंद लाला, तेरा तो राखण हार मेरा नंद लाला, हमरा तो राखण हार प्रभु गोपाला, हमरा तो राखण हार प्रभु गोपाला, श्याम नाम की तू जप ले माला, श्याम नाम की तू जप ले माला, असवन के बूंदों से बुन के तू माला, असवन के बूंदों से बुन के तू माला, तेरा तो राखण हार मेरा नंद लाला, तेरा तो राखण हार मेरा नंद लाला, हमरा तो राखण हार प्रभु गोपाला, हमरा तो राखण हार प्रभु गोपाला। श्याम नाम लिए बिन सूरज किरणों की नहीं वो छाँव, चंद्रमा भी ढलता नहीं जब तक ना हो प्रभु से प्यार, श्याम नाम लिए बिन सूरज किरणों की नहीं वो छाँव, चंद्रमा भी ढलता नहीं जब तक ना हो प्रभु से प्यार, सच्चाई का बांध ले ऐसा प्रभु प्रीत का धागा, इस बंधन से अपने दिल में रच ले अनोखी ही लीला, तेरा तो राखण हार मेरा नंद लाला, तेरा तो राखण हार मेरा नंद लाला, हमरा तो राखण हार प्रभु गोपाला, हमरा तो राखण हार प्रभु गोपाला, श्याम नाम की तू जप ले माला, श्याम नाम की तू जप ले माला, असुवन के बूंदों से बुन के तू माला, असुवन के बूंदों से बुन के तू माला, तेरा तो राखण हार प्रभु नंद लाला, तेरा तो राखण हार मेरा नंद लाला, हमरा तो राखण हार प्रभु गोपाला, हमरा तो राखण हार प्रभु गोपाला। सहज नाम की तू ओढ़े चदरिया, जीवन का होगा उद्धार, काम क्रोध ढकता नहीं, कैसा होगा बेड़ा पार, सहज नाम की तू ओढ़े चदरिया, जीवन का होगा उद्धार, काम क्रोध ढकता नहीं, कैसा होगा बेड़ा पार, सच्चाई का बांध ले ऐसा सहज प्रीत का धागा, इस बंधन से सबके दिल में रच ले अनोखी ही लीला, तेरा तो राखण हार मेरा नंद लाला, तेरा तो राखण हार मेरा नंद लाला, हमरा तो राखण हार प्रभु गोपाला, हमरा तो राखण हार प्रभु गोपाला, श्याम नाम की तू जप ले माला, श्याम नाम की तू
राखणहार प्रभु गोपाला, हमरा तो राखणहार प्रभु गोपाला,
हमरा तो
राखणहार प्रभु गोपाला.
पसरुनि मयूर विराजे हो, कुछ पसरुनि मयूर विराजे हो, कुछ पसरुनि कुछ पसरुनि कुछ पसरुनि मयूर विराजे. मज पाहता भासती यादव राजे राजे. वृंदावनी वेणू वेणू वृंदावनी वेणू वाजे. वृंदावनी वेणू वाजे. वृंदावनी वेणू वेणू कवणाचा माय
वाजे, कवणाचा माय वाजे. वेणुनाद गोवर्धनु गाजे, वेणुनाद गोवर्धनु गाजे. वृंदावनी वेणू वेणू वृंदावनी वेणू वाजे. वृंदावनी
वेणू वाजे.
वृंदावनी वेणू.
चारा करू विसरली.
चारा करू विसरली, चारा करू विसरली. गाई व्याघ्र
एक ठाई झाली. ಧ್ವನಿ ಮಂಜುಳ ಮಂಜುಳ ಮಠತಿ ಧ್ವನಿ ಮಂಜುಳ ಮಂಜುಳ ಮಠತಿ
वाकी ऋण झुण ऋण झुण वाजती वाकी ऋण झुण ऋण झुण ऋण झुण ऋण झुण ऋण झुण ऋण झुण वाजती वाकी ऋण झुण ऋण झुण वाजती देव भीमानी वैसोनी स्तुति गाती देव भीमानी वैसोनी स्तुति गाती
गाती
सागरे सारने गम गम पनि सा पवनि सरे ग सारने सा पनि गरे सा देव
भीमानी वैसोनी स्तुति गाती देव भीमानी वैसोनी स्तुति गाती अनुदासा भावली प्रेम भक्ति भानुदासा 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 भावली प्रेम भक्ति प्रेम भक्ति प्रेम भक्ति वेणुनाद ओ वेणुनाद ओ वेणुनाद
ओ वेणुनाद गोवर्धनु गाज वेणुनाद गोवर्धनु गाज
वृंदावनी वेणु वेणु वृंदावनी वेणु वाजे वृंदावनी वेणु
वाजे
वृंदावनी वेणु वेणु कवणाचा माय
वाजे कमळाचा माय वाजे वेणुनाद गोवर्धनु गाज वेणुनाद गोवर्धनु गाज
वृंदावनी वेणु वेणु वृंदावनी वेणु वाजे वृंदावनी वेणु
वाजे
वृंदावनी वेणु वृंदावनी वेणु वृंदावनी वेणु दिल भर देखूं तुझे कुंजन बन के राजा दिल भर देखूं तुझे कुंजन बन के राजा आजा आजा रूप दिखा जा आजा आजा रूप दिखा जा दिल भर देखूं तुझे कुंजन बन के राजा दिल भर देखूं तुझे कुंजन बन के राजा आजा आजा रूप दिखा जा, आजा आजा रूप दिखा जा। तेरा नाम सदा गाते वेद पुराना, तेरा नाम सदा गाते वेद पुराना। साधु संत सभी, साधु संत सभी यही सुनाते गाना। पर्दा खोल जरा, पर्दा खोल जरा, सुनहरा बाज सुना जा, आजा आजा रूप दिखा जा, आजा आजा रूप दिखा जा। दिल भर देख तुझे कुंदन बन के राजा, दिल भर देख तुझे कुंदन बन के राजा। आजा आजा रूप दिखा जा, आजा आजा रूप दिखा जा। तुझ में मोहन है, तुझ में मोहन है, कहती सारी गोपी तुझ में मोहन है, तुझ में मोहन है, कहती सारी गोपी। जो कोई देख सके, जो कोई देख सके तुझ पर जाते गोपी। रंग में रंगन दे, रंग में रंगन दे, सुनकर अनहद बाजा, आजा आजा रूप दिखा जा, आजा आजा रूप दिखा जा। दिल भर देख तुझे कुंदन बन के राजा, दिल भर देख तुझे कुंदन बन के राजा। आजा आजा रूप दिखा जा, आजा आजा रूप दिखा जा। हम हत भागिन को समय नहीं फिर आवे, क्या कोई बतला दे जिया कहाँ उड़ जावे। हम हत भागिन को समय नहीं फिर आवे, क्या कोई बतला दे जिया कहाँ उड़ जावे। टुकड़ा दास कहे, टुकड़ा दास कहे, वक्त मेरी नगमा जा, आजा आजा रूप दिखा जा, आजा आजा रूप दिखा जा। दिल भर देख तुझे कुंदन बन के राजा, दिल भर देख तुझे कुंदन बन के राजा। आजा आजा रूप दिखा जा, आजा आजा रूप दिखा जा, आजा आजा रूप दिखा जा। रंग दे झिनी हरी माँ के रंग में ये काया काया, रंग दे झिनी हरी माँ के रंग में ये काया काया, रंग दे झिनी हरी माँ के रंग में काया। रंग ना दे इस चंचल मन को, रंग ना दे इस चंचल मन को, अपने रंग में माया। रंग दे झिनी हरी माँ के रंग में काया काया, रंग दे झिनी हरी माँ के रंग में काया। रंग दे झिनी हरी माँ के
हासिनी जिष्णुनुते भगवती हे शितिकंत कुटुंबिनी भूरि कृते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते सुरवरवर्षिणि दुर्धरधर्षिणि दुर्मुखमर्षिणि हर्षरते त्रिभुवनपोषिणि शङ्करतोषिणि किल्बिषमोचिनि गोशरते तनुजनि रोषिणि क्षितिसुतरोषिणि दुर्मुदशोषिणि सिन्धुसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते महिषतखण्ड विखण्डित रुण्ड वितुण्डित शुण्ड गजाधिपते रिपुगजगण्ड विदारण चण्ड पराक्रम शुण्ड मृगाधिपते निज भुज दण्ड निपातित चण्ड विपातित मुण्ड पटाडपटे जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते अनुरनु शङ्कर रक्षण संग परिष्पुत दङ्गन तर्कतके कनक पिशंग पुषत्क निशंग वसत्पट शृंग हटावटुके कृत चतुरंग पलाक्षिति रंग गथर बहुरंग रथर बटुके जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय जप्य जय जय शब्द परस्तुति तत्पर विश्वनुते जन जन चिंजित जिंकृत नूपुर सिंजित मोहित भूतपते नति तन तारत नति ननत नायक नातित नात युगानरते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते सुमनस्सु मनस्सु 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 मनोहर कान्तियुते श्रित रजनी 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 करवक्रवृते सुनयन विभ्रमर भ्रमर 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 भ्रमराधिपते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते सहित महरे नवमल्लम तल्लिक वल्लिक रल्लिक मल्लरते विरचित मल्लिक पल्लिक मल्लिक झिल्लिक भिल्लिक वर्गवृते सितकृत फूल समूल सितारुण तल्लज पल्लव सल्ललिते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते कमल कमल कोमल कंटिकला कलितमल भाललते सकल विलास कला निलय क्रम केलि चलत कलहंसकुले अलिकुल संकुल कुवलय मंडल मौलि मिलन बकुलाटिकुले जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐगिरि नंदिनि नंदित मेरिनि विश्व विनोदिनि नंदनुते गिरिवरविंद शिरोदिनि वासिनि विष्णु विलासिनि जिष्णुनुते भगवती हे श्रुतिकंठ कुटुंबिनि भूरि कुते जय जय महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे 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 महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते।
आया हूँ दरबार तुम्हारे, आया हूँ दरबार तुम्हारे, आया हूँ दरबार तुम्हारे। बहुत दिनन का भूला भटका, बहुत दिनन का भूला भटका, ले ले श्री माँ चरण तिहारे। आया हूँ दरबार तुम्हारे, आया हूँ दरबार तुम्हारे। निर्मल नाम पतित पावन है, निर्मल नाम पतित पावन है। बहुदिश गावत सब सहजन है,
बहुदिश गावत सब सहजन है।
इस अमृत से पावन होने, इस अमृत से पावन होने, ले ले श्री माँ चरण तिहारे। आया हूँ दरबार तुम्हारे, आया हूँ दरबार तुम्हारे। बहुत दिनन का भूला भटका, बहुत दिनन का भूला भटका, ले ले श्री माँ चरण तिहारे। आया हूँ दरबार तुम्हारे, आया हूँ दरबार तुम्हारे। धन नहीं मांगू, मांगू न सता, धन नहीं मांगू, मांगू न सता। आ धन नहीं मांगू मांगू न सता, धन नहीं मांगू मांगू न सता, ढूंढे पथिक तेरे प्यार का रास्ता, धन नहीं मांगू मांगू न सता।
Sagamag sagamad gamanid gamad gamanga sagasanid Adani sagama sagama bagama sagamanid gamada sanida magaga gamadaniza dana nahi
मांगू मांगू न सता, धन नहीं मांगू पथिक तेरे प्यार का रास्ता, निर्मल छाव की ठंडी पुहर में, निर्मल छाव की ठंडी पुहर में, ले ले श्री माँ चरण तिहारे, आया हूँ दरबार तुम्हारे, आया हूँ दरबार तुम्हारे। बहुत दिनन का भूला भटका, बहुत दिनन का भूला भटका, ले ले श्री माँ चरण तुम्हारे, आया हूँ दरबार तुम्हारे, आया हूँ दरबार तुम्हारे। भाग बड़े तुमसे मन लागा, भाग बड़े तुमसे मन लागा, अंतर आत्मा तब से जागा, अंतर आत्मा तब से जागा, सहज कहे सुन ऐज हमारे, सहज कहे सुन ऐज हमारे, ले ले श्री माँ चरण तिहारे, आया हूँ दरबार तुम्हारे, आया हूँ दरबार तुम्हारे। बहुत दिनन का भूला भटका, बहुत दिनन का भूला भटका, ले ले श्री माँ चरण तिहारे, आया हूँ दरबार तुम्हारे, आया हूँ दरबार तुम्हारे, आया हूँ दरबार तुम्हारा।
हासत आली
निर्मल आई, हासत आली निर्मल
आई, घालू दे पैंजण पाय, आई घालू दे पैंजण
पाए।
हासत आली निर्मल आई, हासत आली निर्मल आई,
गालू की पैंजण पाई, आई गालू की पैंजण पाई। नवरत्नांचा मुकुट शिरावर,
नवरत्नांचा मुकुट शिरावर,
पन्नी शोभे मोती हार, कंठी शोभे मोती हार। सुंदर माझी निर्मल आई, सुंदर माझी निर्मल आई। गालुनी पैंजण पाई, आई गालुनी पैंजण पाई, आई गालुनी पैंजण पाई।
हासत
आली निर्मल आई, हासत आली निर्मल आई, घालुनी पैंजण पाई, आई घालुनी पैंजण पाई।
जरी पदराचा कसुनी पितांबर, जरी
पदराचा कसुनी पितांबर, चोळी लाली बुटेदार,
थोडी
लाली बुटेदार। सुंदर माझी निर्मल आई, सुंदर माझी निर्मल आई। गालुनी पैंजण पाई, आई गालुनी पैंजण पाई।
हासत आली निर्मल आई,
हासत आली निर्मल आई, गालुनी पैंजण पाई, आई गालुनी पैंजण पाई।
शिव ब्रह्मा विष्णू ही सारे,
शिव ब्रह्मा विष्णु ही सारे,
राती निशिदिनी मुनिवर सारे,
राती निशिदिनी मुनिवर सारे। सुंदर माझी
निर्मल
आई, सुंदर माझी
निर्मल आई, घालूनी
पैंजण पाई, आई गालुनी पैंजण पाई।
हासत
आली निर्मल आई, हासत आली निर्मल आई। गालुनी पैंजण पाई, आई गालुनी पैंजण पाई, आई गालुनी पैंजण पाई।
सहज योगी आम्ही अशी पाहिली,
सहज
मी अशी पाहिली शरण तिजला सर्वही जाई शरण तिजला सर्वही जाई सुंदर माझी निर्मल आई सुंदर माझी निर्मल आई
घालून पैंजण पाय आई घालून पैंजण पाय
हसत आली निर्मल आई हसत आली निर्मल आई
घालून पैंजण पाय आई
घालून पैंजण पाय आई घालून पैंजण पाय तुझे रूप पाहुनिया तुझे रंग पाहुनिया मी दंग झालो आई तुझे रूप पाहुनिया मी दंग झालो तुझे नाम घेता घेता मी धन्य झालो तुझे नाम घेता घेता मी धन्य झालो तुझे रूप पाहुनिया तुझे रूप पाहुनिया मी दंग झालो आई तुझे रूप पाहुनिया मी दंग झालो तुझे नाम घेता घेता मी दंग झालो तुझे नाम घेता घेता मी दंग झालो माऊली आमची तुझ्या सावलीत आलो तूच माऊली आमची तुझ्या सावलीत आलो तुझ्या चिंतनी मी रंगुनी समाधीस्थ झालो तुझ्या चिंतनी मी रंगुनी समाधीस्थ झालो तुझ्या चरणाची धुळा कपाळी मिळालो तुझे नाम घेता घेता मी धन्य झालो तुझे नाम घेता घेता मी धन्य झालो तुझे रूप पाहुनिया तुझे रूप पाहुनिया मी दंग झालो आई तुझे रूप पाहुनिया मी दंग झालो तुझे नाम घेता घेता मी धन्य झालो तुझे नाम घेता घेता मी धन्य झालो निर्मल से रूप जणू प्रकाशाची ज्योत निर्मल से रूप जणू प्रकाशाची ज्योत निर्मल से रूप जणू प्रकाशाची ज्योत निर्मल से रूप जणू प्रकाशाची ज्योत
निरानंदाची तू आड प्रेमाची दोर आम्ही मोठा निरानंदाची तू आड प्रेमाची दोर
आम्ही मोठ्या ह्या अर्पणाने आई
जणू अमृत मी प्यालो
तुझे नाम घेता
घेता मी धन्य झालो
तुझे नाम घेता घेता मी दंग झालो तुझे रूप पाहुनिया तुझे रूप पाहुनिया मी दंग झालो आई तुझे रूप पाहुनिया मी दंग झालो तुझे नाम घेता घेता मी दंग झालो तुझे नाम घेता घेता मी दंग झालो कुणी म्हणे लक्ष्मी तुला कुणी म्हणे साई कुणी म्हणे लक्ष्मी तुला आ आ आ कोणी म्हणे लक्ष्मी तुला कोणी म्हणे साई कोणी म्हणे लक्ष्मी कुणी म्हणे लक्ष्मी तुला कुणी म्हणे साई कुणी म्हणे लक्ष्मी तुला कुणी म्हणे साई कुणी म्हणे
सरस्वती आम्ही
म्हणू आई कुणी म्हणे सरस्वती आम्ही म्हणू आई तुझ्या नावाने गाई पावन मी झालो तुझे नाम घेता
घेता मी धन्य झालो
तुझे नाम घेता घेता मी
धन्य झालो
तुझे रूप पाहुनिया तुझे रूप पाहुनिया मी दंग झालो आई तुझे रूप पाहुनिया मी दंग झालो तुझे नाम घेता घेता मी दंग झालो तुझे नाम घेता घेता मी दंग झालो तुझे नाम घेता घेता मी दंग झालो
में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। संत जनों की धरती है भारत माता, माँ है भारत माता। इस धरती पर आकर, इस धरती पर आकर दुख से दूर करना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जब दिल में आवे तब मधु संगीत सुन लो, माँ मधु संगीत सुन लो। हो या सके जो सेवा, हो या सके जो सेवा, हमसे करा लेना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना।
I suggest Rajesh, you and Sandeep go in the center. Or you and Kose. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Move. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now ladies on the right and the men on the right. 1. Kose, move on the right. 3, 4, 5. Move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go round. Move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go round. 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 four, go round. 1, 2, 3, 4, go round. 1, 2, 3, 4, go round. 1, 2, 3, 4, go round. 1. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Round. 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 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Round. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay, start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, तेरा लाल तेरी सेवा में गाता, तेरा दास तेरी सेवा में गाता, नवरात्र का शुभ आगमन, नवरात्र का शुभ आगमन। हो माता, 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 तेरी सेवा में गाता, तेरा दास तेरी सेवा में गाता, नवरात्र का शुभ आगमन, नवरात्र का शुभ आगमन। ओ माता,
माता ओ माता, ओ तेरा लाल तेरी सेवा में गाता, तेरा लाल तेरी सेवा में गाता, नवरात्रि का शुभ आगमन, नवरात्रि का शुभ आगमन। ओ माता, ओ माता, आहा माता, ओ माता, तेरा लाल तेरी सेवा में गाता, ओ तेरा लाल तेरी सेवा में गाता, नवरात्रि का शुभ आगमन, नवरात्रि का शुभ आगमन। ओ माता, ओ माता, ओ माता, ओ माता, तेरा लाल तेरी सेवा में गाता, ओ तेरा लाल तेरी सेवा में गाता, नवरात्रि का शुभ आगमन, नवरात्रि का शुभ आगमन। ओ माता, ओ माता, माता, ओ माता, तेरा लाल तेरी सेवा में गाता, तेरा लाल तेरी सेवा में गाता, नवरात्रि का शुभ आगमन, नवरात्रि का शुभ आगमन। ओ माता, ओ माता, ओ माता, ओ माता, तेरा लाल तेरी सेवा में गाता, ओ तेरा लाल तेरी सेवा में गाता, नवरात्रि का शुभ आगमन, नवरात्रि का शुभ आगमन। ओ माता, ओ माता, माता, ओ माता, ओ तेरा लाल तेरी सेवा में गाता, ओ तेरा लाल तेरी सेवा में गाता, नवरात्रि का शुभ आगमन, नवरात्रि का शुभ आगमन। ओ माता, ओ माता, माता, ओ माता, ओ तेरा लाल तेरी सेवा में गाता, ओ तेरा लाल तेरी सेवा में गाता, नवरात्रि का
So now we have to say a bit goodbye to the musicians, and we have to be very thankful to them for going through this ordeal of Russia. Next time we are going to organize it in such a way that they don't have to go by bus to Russia, and it will be all right. I don't know what to say because they are from Nagpur. In Nagpur, nobody says thanks or sorry. It's a very informal state, they just at the most can hit you hard and take out about half a pound of flesh from your body to express their love. And they're very, very much in the center. Nagpur is placed on the Tropic of Cancer and just in the center of it, just the center. And that's how they are. They have been very kind, tolerant, I must say, and enjoying Sahaja Yoga. Next time they are going to come out with more songs, more things. I think the situation is such that the time is less and we have more programs. So now they are invited again back to Europe, and I hope they'll make it convenient to come. May God bless you.
भैरवी म्हणू का? एक भैरवी म्हणायची. Sit down, sit down. भैरवी म्हणू. Sit down.
You see, last has to be the Bhairavi. You see, Bhairava's power Bhairavi. So, they want to sing that last song and then they have to go. तुमच्या जेवणाचं काय?
We'll manage it.
अव्वल तो अल्लाह ने, अव्वल तो अल्लाह ने खुद अपने हाथों से कुदरत को बनाया। अव्वल तो अव्वल तो अल्लाह ने
अल्लाह
खुद अपने हाथों से,
क्या बात, वाह,
कुदरत को बनाया। फिर इंसान को जान फूंक कर
He made man by blowing vibrations in his own image.
सूरत में बनाया।
सुभान अल्लाह। आदाब 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 आदाब, क्या बात।
उसे शख्सियत ज़मीर सिर तो फितरत से सजाया।
फिर से दोबारा क्या बात?
उसे शख्सियत ज़मीर सिर तो फितरत से सजाया।
Endowed him with various qualities.
इंसान को असलियत में, इंसान को असलियत में अपनी मूरत में बसाया।
In fact, the God got the human being located within the God. That is the idea. In the Murat, in the image of God. Adab. Adab. Now, what the devil has to say, Chaya says. Louder.
इंसान ने खुद को मगर खुदा से ऊंचा जाना।
The human being is higher than God. That's what he thinks.
इंसान ने खुद को मगर खुदा से ऊंचा जाना।
वाह।
खुद गर्जी फरेबी मक्कारी को दोस्त सच्चा जाना।
He befriended all evil.
हवस बदगुमानी बेईमानी और बदी को दोस्त अच्छा माना।
क्या बात? He made friends with all wrong things.
था तो खुदा का बेटा पर
Became the son of David.
शैतान का बच्चा माना।
अल्लाह, क्या बात है? आदाब, आदाब, वाह, 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 क्या बात?
अपनी जगह शख्सियत ने बख्शी जो खूबिया है नायाब अपनी जगह।
तेरी असलियत तुझसे मगर तन्हा खड़ी है अपनी जगह। तेरी असलियत तुझसे मगर तन्हा खड़ी है अपनी जगह। शख्सियत ने बख्शी जो खूबिया है नायाब
अपनी जगह। शख्सियत ने बख्शी जो खूबिया है नायाब अपनी जगह। हाँ मिलने न दी कभी अपनी जगह। हाँ मिलने न दी कभी अपनी जगह। आना की कम ज़र्फ़ी ने तुझे मिलने न दी कभी अपनी जगह। हाँ मिलने न दी कभी अपनी जगह। रहता तो गुल कांटों में मगर, रहता तो गुल कांटों में मगर। गुलिस्तान में बनाई अपनी जगह। रहता तो गुल कांटों में मगर गुलिस्तान में बनाई अपनी जगह। शख्सियत ने बख्शी जो खूबिया है नायाब अपनी जगह। शख्सियत ने बख्शी जो खूबिया है नायाब अपनी आना के कम ज़र्फ़ी ने तुझे मिलने न दी कभी अपनी जगह, हाँ मिलने न दी कभी अपनी जगह।
अता बढ़ रहे साहब, अता सुनिए।
मौलवी ने मस्जिद में बनाई अपनी जगह,
मौलवी ने मस्जिद में बनाई अपनी जगह,
पंडित ने मंदिर में बनाई अपनी जगह,
पंडित ने मंदिर में बनाई अपनी जगह,
नेता ने कुर्सी पर बनाई अपनी जगह, नेता ने कुर्सी पर बनाई अपनी जगह, इमरान कर उस्ताद ने बनाई जगह, शख्सियत ने बख्शी जो खूबियां नायाब अपनी जगह, नायाब अपनी जगह, तेरी असलियत तुझसे तन्हा खड़ी है अपनी जगह, तन्हा खड़ी है अपनी जगह।
आना की
कम ज़र्फ़ी ने तुझे मिलने न दी कभी अपनी जगह, हाँ मिलने न दी कभी अपनी जगह। आना की कम ज़र्फ़ी ने तुझे मिलने न दी कभी अपनी जगह, हाँ मिलने न दी कभी अपनी जगह। क्या माहे अंजुम ने छोड़ी अपनी जगह,
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 क्या आफ़ताब ने कभी 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 छोड़ी अपनी जगह,
कभी दुनिया ने छोड़ी है ये 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 अपनी जगह।
क्या समझ कर इंसान ने छोड़ी अपनी जगह, क्या समझ
ने बख्शी
जो खूबियां है नायाब अपनी जगह, शख्सियत ने बख्शी जो खूबियां है नायाब अपनी जगह, है नायाब बख्शी जो
शख्सियत ने बख्शी
जो खूबियां है नायाब अपनी जगह, शख्सियत ने बख्शी जो खूबियां